What is happening, guys? It is DanielLads1989. Welcome back to the Hereford United career. This is episode 65 and the start of the new season in the Premier League. We finished in the top 10 last season. I want to pick it up 3 gears this level and try and finish in the top 6 if we can. We have strengthened our spinal core of our team, bringing in the likes of Harry Wilson, Maitland-Niles and also Malang Sarr. So we have strengthened our core team. Obviously, we've upgraded our stadium. We've got a new kit. We have a new field. We have a new formation. I'm just hoping that everything comes together in this first game. So Crystal Palace at home for the first game of the season. We then have Wolves away for the second game. We then have a cup game which will simulate, and then we have Norwich at home. I would love to kick off this episode and the start of the season with 3 wins out of 3. But first, let's go to the new Edgar Street Stadium, find out what's going to happen. Here we are then, guys, at the new and improved Edgar Street Stadium. It is looking beautiful. We've kept the same theme, obviously gone with the black with the white seats and the black and white all the way around with the flag. It just looks absolutely brilliant. We've got our new kit on display today. We have new players on display today. We've got a new formation to work with. I am really excited for the start of the season. I really want to give the new home fans, or all the new home fans that have come today, a comfortable win and really kick on at the start of the season and show everybody else in the league what we are here to do. We want a top 6 finish. It is not a need, it is a must. We have to get a top six finish if we are going to compete, especially like we did last season. I think with the new signings, well, we'll just go through the lineup first. Here's Josh Griffiths in goal. It's Paslak, Sarr, Maitland-Niles, Mings and Kolasinac in the defensive positions, Conor Gallagher and O'Reilly in midfield, Harry Wilson, Aubameyang and Dembele up top. But obviously Maitland-Niles is just going to sit in between that gap between Malang Sarr, Mings and O'Reilly and Gallagher, where I thought we needed to improve, somewhere where we kept giving the ball away last season, in between the midfield and defence. So let's not waste any more time, guys. At the new Edgar Street Stadium, we are underway in the start of the season. Here's Matt O'Reilly breaking through the middle using Kolasinac. I'll use O'Reilly again here. I'm going to look for Conor Gallagher in midfield. There's Maitland-Niles. Try and send this over towards Paslak. Getting a feel for this formation already here, and a lot more open feet. Here is Dembele around the corner towards Kolasinac. If he can sit this in the middle, we might have a chance to get the first goal here. And O'Reilly has scuffed it wide. The Crystal Palace man has himself a yellow card for an early challenge on, I think it was on O'Reilly, but the first chance of the game and also the first yellow card of the game, as you can see there, just nasty tackle on O'Reilly at the start of the game. There's Malang Sarr. I'm just going to try and send this out wide towards Kolasinac if he can bring it down towards O'Reilly, which he does well. In the middle towards Conor Gallagher, and Harry Wilson could be in here on the far side, and Harry Wilson has made it 1-0, scored on his debut at Premier League level. It didn't take us long, did it? 15 minutes in and we have managed to find the gap, and Harry Wilson, new signing, has managed to make it 1-0 straight away inside 15 minutes. Too much space on that side. Harry Wilson in, tucks it in the bottom corner, and we are 1-0 up against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace pushing forward here down the far side, and Dembele has tracked back to help out defensively here. And with this new formation, we just seem to have more bodies back in defensive positions, but that's a good tackle by Mings, and it's out for a Crystal Palace corner. Feel much more comfortable already with this formation. We seem to have more bodies back and seem to have the gaps going forward, but Griffiths doesn't catch, he punches it away. I'm hoping Maitland-Niles should be able to get on this, and we've given away a penalty at home at the new ground, and we get 1-0 up. Dembele goes up to try and clear it, and he does put his elbow in the way of it. We have conceded a penalty inside 25 minutes. Crystal Palace have a chance to get on level terms, certainly against the run of play. This is the first, this will be their first shot on target. I think he's going to go left. He does go left, he's hit the post, and it's ricocheted back out. We have got away with one. Tyrone Mings tried to clear it, and it's out for another corner. The pressure will continue, but he has missed it. The pressure will continue, but thankfully we are still 1-0 up in this game. And that's a really good tackle by Conor Gallagher, and it's out for a goal kick. Crystal Palace charging forward here, and he's shown too much of that towards Paslak. He'll pick up the loose ball, send this in towards Dembele, use O'Reilly in midfield and see if O'Reilly can get that pass out towards Kolasinac. He does lift it over the top for him. Kolasinac to bring this down, and he's been tackled out of it there, and he's kept the ball in play, and Tyrone Mings gets in there, getting the interception. Well, the ball does come back at us here. Tyrone Mings is going to have to pull over as Kolasinac is still out of place here. It's a decent ball into the box, and Paslak thankfully gets in the way of it and stops any sort of chance developing, but we could be on some sort of a counter-attack here. This is what we do best, and Conor Gallagher has continued his run. If I can flick him in over the top, he's got there, Conor Gallagher as well. Decent effort, and that is 2-0. What a finish that was by Conor Gallagher. To be honest, I didn't think he'd get there. I played the ball over the top, and he's beaten the defender to it. He took the touchdown on the chest, as you'll see here. Lovely ball over the top. I think it was Maitland-Niles, and he took perfect. And what about that for a finish? That is a splendid finish from Conor Gallagher. Tucks it beautiful away on the left foot with the volley. We are 2-0 up. Crystal Palace possession in midfield here, trying to pass it around, trying to get some momentum in their team, but we've just been so solid defensively, this new formation, and as you can see with me, with Maitland-Niles just sat in between that gap. But that's a nice pass around the corner, and thankfully he sent it wide. It's Harry Wilson. It's almost half time here now, guys. I'm just going to try and see these last 2 minutes added on out here, but that's a really good pass inside. Harry Wilson has certainly made a mark in this game already. Try and think that in towards Conor Gallagher, but that's won by Paslak. I'll feed it back into him. Paslak making a decent run down the line. He's got Harry Wilson in support. I will use him. Look towards the back post towards Dembele. Gets up with the header and over the top of the bar, and that is half time. Here we go then, guys, into the second half. And how about that for a first half game of football? We get in front early with new signing Harry Wilson. They get themselves a penalty which they miss, and then we continue our good football. We get a second with Conor Gallagher, and we just need to see out this first home game of the season now. Crystal Palace have themselves a throw here on the far side. They're just making a change here, and it was actually Wijnaldum going off. I didn't realise Wijnaldum had come to Crystal Palace. I certainly didn't see him in the lineup, but they are attacking here, and Paslak trying to stop the cross coming in. The cross does come in. Tyrone Mings gets there with the header. Josh Griffiths did think about coming for it, but Tyrone Mings deals with it, and Aubameyang is on a decent run here. That is a wonderful ball into his feet. I just need to pick the right pass here on towards Dembele, and Conor Gallagher has got round the corner because of the challenge, and Conor Gallagher has made it 3. Can't ask for any more from the lads in this first game. Really showing our intent for the rest of the season, getting forward and finishing our chances, and as well defending brilliantly. We'll just take one more look at it, guys, and you'll see how it builds up. Great ball to Aubameyang, feeds it into Dembele. It was actually because of the Crystal Palace man going to ground that created the gap. Conor Gallagher runs into it and comes up with another beautiful finish with his left foot. Crystal Palace coming forward here, and they've got options. We tried to go forward, they've ended up pinching the ball. That's a decent ball round the corner. Kolasinac needs to get back to stop that cross coming in. Cross does come in, and Josh Griffiths is there to stop it getting any further, but here is Matt O'Reilly, and he's given that ball away in midfield. Crystal Palace will come forward again. He's got the ball round the corner. We could be in trouble here, but Griffiths makes himself big and gets that away. O'Reilly forward towards Aubameyang, and Harry Wilson has made me a run here. Is he onside? He is not. He's offside. Just making 2 changes here, guys. Tyrone Mings and Maitland-Niles off. I've put Amadou and Tommy Doyle on. Crystal Palace coming forward in midfield here with Jude Bellingham. Decent ball out wide, and he's taking his time here. Paslak's just trying to stand him up and make sure the cross doesn't come in, and he basically give that straight to Paslak, and Conor Gallagher could get us on another counter-attack here. Try and feed in Harry Wilson. That's a cracking ball, just waiting for the option in the middle. I'll try and stand it up. There's O'Reilly with the header, and that is a brilliant save from the goalkeeper. You've got to say he's not been brilliant, obviously conceding 3 goals, but that header from O'Reilly was goal-bound, and he gets a good glove to it and stops it going in. I'm tempted just to sit this on the edge of the box towards Matt O'Reilly, see if I can get it in. It's dropped to Dembele. It does find its way to Matt O'Reilly. He's tried to get a shot on goal, and I'll sit this towards the edge of the box here, down the corner towards Amadou. Here is Dembele. Amadou back on it. Matt O'Reilly is there. Harry Wilson is there as well. Go for a floater with Harry Wilson over the top of the bar, and there's only 2 minutes added on. We have had a very comfortable victory here at home. We've looked a very strong side, defended very well, attacked very well, and more importantly, we have finished our chances. One of the things we tried to work on from last season was finishing our chances. We didn't do that last season. We have done it at the start of this season, and we get a 3-0 comfortable win. Back at the menu then, guys, and I am really happy with that. Compared to last season when we played Crystal Palace, they gave us a right run for the money. This time we defended much better. We stopped those gaps in between defence and midfield where Maitland-Niles was sat. He did a brilliant job today, and I am overall happy with our performance. Conor Gallagher obviously getting on the score sheet twice, showing his intent for this season. So like we said, first game of the season done and a win. I am really happy with that. The pressure is done now, so we need to look forward to the second game against Wolves. We are away and we get to see our new away kit, so I'll see you there. Right then, guys, into the second played game of the episode. We are against Wolves. We had a fantastic first game against Crystal Palace. I want to bring that momentum from that game into this game and get a second win on the bounce at the start of the Premier League. We have our new away kit on show today. I really like it, the black and red New Balance. It looks really nice, as you can see here. And we are exactly the same lineup again. No changes today. We will change the lineup in the next game against Norwich or in the cup game to give other people football. But the player to watch, obviously, Conor Gallagher, fantastic in that first game against Crystal Palace. Really showed his intent for the start of the season. He was brilliant last season. I'm hoping he can pick it up 3 gears this season. So we'll have a look at the Wolves lineup, see if they've brought anybody new in, and then we'll have a look at our lineup, but obviously same as the last game. Right then, guys, this is how Wolves line up. No Sarr in goal today, but Semedo is still at the back, Benarek is still at the back, Fofana in midfield with Fernandez, Neto up top with Fabio Silva, looks like their new signing, and Adama Traore, somebody we were looking at, but obviously at his age of 29 he's not going to improve. But as we line up, Josh Griffiths in goal, Passlack, Sarr, Maitland-Niles, Mings and Kolasinac in defence, Conor Gallagher and O'Reilly in midfield, Harry Wilson, Aubameyang and Dembele up top. I really want to bring the same momentum that we had in the last game into this game and really make it count. So let's get straight into the football. Wolves, decent pass out wide towards Adama, brings that down well. And Wolves having the majority of possession inside the first 10 minutes or so here, keeping hold of the ball well and passing it around well, but we are just staying formationally strong. But Adama trying to get past like there with his lightning pace. Malangsar pushed out towards the man round the corner. They might have an early chance here, and they do have an early chance. Inside 10 minutes Wolves have split us open and we have conceded. To be fair, they played that really well. You can't say they can't. Adama over, they pulled the defenders out every time round the corner. Kolasinac wasn't there, O'Reilly didn't track the run, and we are 1-0 down. Ball lofted forward, trying to find Aubameyang here, and the centre-back gets there first, and Wolves come forward again here. We've already conceded once, and a very similar situation. Again, Adama Traore in, and they're looking for these short, snappy passes to try and get in behind. Wolves certainly have the intent on winning this game, but Griffiths claws that out of the sky. I'll throw this out towards O'Reilly, in towards Dembele, around the corner towards Aubameyang, if he can set off running here, Aubameyang, and in towards Dembele's feet, lay this off to O'Reilly. Conor Gallagher is round the corner. Conor Gallagher continue his goal scoring form. He's hit the post, so close to the the equaliser in the game, or our first goal. But here's Harry Wilson. I'll have a go from distance into the keeper's gloves, so close to the equaliser. There's Kolasinac breaking down the near side on towards Dembele. Here's Aubameyang has put this in towards Maitland-Niles, looking for Conor Gallagher in midfield, and he's turned that round the corner nicely. Here is Harry Wilson. Conor Gallagher has continued his run. If I can feed him in over the top, he gets the header in. He's put it in the back of the net, but he was offside. We've had the goal ruled out. Conor Gallagher's hit the post already. He gets in behind. He's flicked over the top by Aubameyang, and as you can see, he is well offside. There's Maitland-Niles over towards Pastlack, give that back to Maitland-Niles into O'Reilly. O'Reilly try and get this to Aubameyang, drop this to Dembele, tried to get it round the corner, but Maitland-Niles has picked up the ball. It's Conor Gallagher again going from distance, and that was a brilliant stop by the goalkeeper. Just for a split second there, I thought Conor Gallagher was going to absolutely come up with a beautiful finish. He whipped that, and it's a strange dive from the goalkeeper, but he does manage to get there. We have ourselves a corner. Half time is approaching quick. Malang Sarr goes up, can't get anything on it. Maitland-Niles bring this down, try and send this out wide towards Dembele again, in towards Kolasinac, and he'd give away possession. 1 minute added on here, guys, before half time, and Wolves still have a 1-0 lead. We have been so close, but there goes the half time whistle. Into the second half we go then, guys, and just no luck really. We've hit the post, we've had a disallowed goal, and we just haven't managed to get back into it. Hopefully our luck will change here in the second half. Wolves trying to play the ball out from the back here. I'm just trying to pressure this and see if I can pinch the ball, but Neto having a sprint down the line here. If he can keep it in, he certainly does keep it in here. Neto looking for the ball in the box, maybe he's keeping hold of it for now. They have had a bit more possession here in this second half than we have. Ball into the box, Fabio Silva was there, we just managed to get a tackle in. Conor Gallagher gets the ball, send this forward to Aubameyang. I'm looking for runners here. Maitland-Niles didn't get a chance to get hold of the ball because he was quick-lived and robbed out of the ball. We are pushing this though, if we can try and steal the ball, but Wolves, as I said, have passed it round really well at the start of this second half, and we just need to try and take control of the ball into Adama. And Adama around the corner, it's a decent ball, and maybe looking to get forward here, and Adama into the penalty area. Malang Sarr was pressuring him, and can he get a shot away? He certainly can, and he can make it 2-0. That was one hell of a finish from Adama. He was somebody we were looking at the start of the season, but obviously we haven't got the money to afford him. Played that round the corner, hits that first time, and that is a mega finish in the top corner. We are struggling here away at Wolves. They've got themselves a second. We've just had no luck in this second half. Ball on towards Dembele. Here is O'Reilly in midfield towards Maitland-Niles. Conor Gallagher on towards Harry Wilson. Try and give this to O'Reilly. And O'Reilly at the edge of the box here goes for a shot, and he's dragged it wide. Wolves running forward here again with Neto. He's been their go-to danger man in this game. Another ball in towards Adama, and they're thinking twice this time about playing it in, but he has got round the corner here, and that is a really good tackle by Pastlack. If we're going to get at least a consolation goal, we need to get it forward now, and trying to get Conor Gallagher in behind if I can. It's gone towards Dembele, and Dembele is chopped down there, and it's another yellow. That's the second yellow now. Semedo on a yellow card as well. He's took one for the team there really to stop us getting that consolation goal, I think. So I'm just going to try and play this short towards Aubameyang if I can. It's going in towards Kolasinac. Here is Maitland-Niles waiting for Conor Gallagher to make me the run if he will. Here's Conor Gallagher around the corner towards Dembele, try and hit this, and blocked out of it, and that looks like it's going to be the end of the game. Back at the menu then, guys, and from a 3-0 win against Crystal Palace to a 2-0 defeat against Wolves, you can't say they didn't deserve it, because they were really clinical on the ball, especially that finish by Adama. What a finish that was. We hit the post, we had a disallowed goal, it just didn't seem to be our day. So a win and a loss for the start of the season, it's not too bad. We have to move forward, and we've got Norwich next, but I will simulate the cup game first. EFL Cup, guys, Carabao Cup. We won it last year. It's technically our trophy. We've got something to defend. Do you know what I mean? Let's try and have another good cup run. Our first challenge is against Northampton. As you can see, I've completely swapped the side around. Roberts, Wilson, Fernandez. I've gone Gallagher and Wall in midfield. Tommy Doyle in the sitting position. Thomas, Miranda, Amadou and Locke in defence, and obviously McNeil in goal. So it should be a strong enough team to get a result. Obviously Northampton being down in League 1 or League 2, I'm sure. But we get a 2-1 win. So Roberts actually scores both goals and Thomas actually missed a penalty. So 2-1, we'll take it. We are through to the next round and we have Norwich in the third played game of the episode, guys. We haven't had any more transfer news just yet, but if I do get any transfer news, I will let you know before transfer deadline day. Just got to the Norwich game, guys, and as you can see here, we have another transfer for Paslak. Just before I go on to there, as you can see here, we've got so many different arranged matches because of another match or the internationals that has been put in. Now, Paslak, I'm thinking about moving him on, guys. Now, I know you're going to think to yourselves, we haven't got a replacement. I just want you to have a look at something here. So, you guys know if somebody is out of position, say Malang Sarr, if you put him on the left-hand side, he has that yellow exclamation mark next to his name to say he's not comfortable there. Now, if you remove Paslak out of the starting lineup and swap him with Tommy Doyle does not have that symbol next to his name, which means he can actually play the right-back position. So I'm thinking about giving Tommy Doyle the first team position in the squad. Now, depending on how long it's going to take him to change to a right back, depends on how it might work out. So if it doesn't take too long for him to convert over, which it technically shouldn't, because it only takes 32 weeks. I am going to make this happen, guys, because Tommy Doyle, every time he's played, he's always been a solid player for us. So I'm going to leave Paslak there for now, and obviously I'll probably play him in the Norwich game, to be fair. And I'm going to see if I can make this deal happen with Paslak. So I'm going to delegate it. We'll start it at 4.5. If I can get 4.5 for him and do 6.5, and they give us anything in between, I am thinking about moving on Paslak to improve our back line with Tommy Doyle. So bear with me on this deal. And I think it could be a good permanent move for the first team, just because I think Tommy Doyle would suit that position in the right back position. Good at defending, he's good at passing, he can pick out a pass, he can obviously get back, he's got decent sprint speed, decent pace, so I think this could work out. But for now, let's go to the Norwich game. Here we are then, guys, at the Edgar Street Stadium, or the new and improved Edgar Street Stadium, for the second time of this episode. Our first game of the season came as a 3-0 win. We've then had a 2-0 loss. I am hoping for another win here against Norwich. As we know, Norwich coming up from the Championship last season, so I think we have something to prove here and just stamp our authority and say that we are the more dominant side. As you can see, Amadou leading the boys out today. Tyrone Mings sits on the bench. I have changed the lineup slightly, and this possibly could be Paslak's final game for us, as we're thinking about putting Tommy Doyle in that right back position now. So things are happening, changes are happening at the club. I am hoping that it's always going to be a positive push forward. I only make these decisions to go on a positive base. But Josh Griffiths in goal, Paslak, Sarr, Amadou, Miranda and Kolasinac in the defensive positions. I've gone Wall and Conor Gallagher in midfield, Fernandez, Kirk Wilson and Patrick Roberts up front today. So a change side, but definitely a strong enough side to be a newly promoted Championship side. Whether they have some quality or they've invested in the transfer window, I don't know. We'll have a quick look at theirs. You can still see Campbell in midfield, definitely. So let's just have a quick look. They've still got Angus Gunn in net. Don't recognise anybody in the back line. They've got a sitter just in front of the back four. Campbell in midfield. Don't recognise any of the other players. So we've definitely got the stronger team, there's no doubt about that. I am hoping for the second win at the start of the season in this episode. Wolves certainly surprised me with how clinical they were. I want to bounce straight back and get a 3 points in this game, so let's crack on. Norwich bringing the ball forward down this far side. Kolasinac trying to track back here, and that's a wonderful 1-2 ball with Campbell down the line. He's making his way forward, and we need to call upon Tyler Wall to come back here, and he's rid over the challenge. Amadou steps in, and he's given away a foul at the edge of the box there, Amadou. Not the start we wanted to this game. Norwich have had pretty much all of the ball in the first 15-16 minutes or so, and now they have themselves a free kick in a very dangerous position. We just need to hope that this doesn't float in that top corner, but I'm not sure whether they have a free kick specialist. It's a decent effort on goal, but it's wide of the target. Norwich, decent pass forward here, and having the limelight of possession here, Norwich. And Miranda tried to step in and get the ball. He didn't win it. Malang Sarr does step in, and he does win it, and there's a lot of big gap here on the back line, and Patrick Roberts could be in here. I've got Fernandez across the box. If I can try and find him, I'll lift it up, and couldn't find the cross into the box. It has dropped down towards Amadou here, and that's a clean tackle. It has come back to him. It's ended up going to Conor Gallagher. Falls towards Tyler Wall, just trying to find a gap to get in, and Conor Gallagher's got free here. Goes for goal, just over the top of the bar. Not a bad effort from there at all. As Amadou turns away from the midfielder with a nice turn. Here goes Fernandez down the far side. Fernandez certainly has the pace, and I've got Patrick Roberts at the back post. Try and find him. It's Tyler Wall coming in, and a speculative clearance with the overhead. Norwich bring the ball away, and they could be on a counter-attack themselves here. They have certainly given me a shock at the start of this game. They've been much better than I expected them to be. I thought coming up from the Championship they would be a poor organised team, but they have been very organised. They passed the ball around well, as you can see here. Decent ball over the far side, but Kolasinac does shut that down. Tyler Wall round the corner towards Patrick Roberts. Use Tyler Wall once again. Kirk Wilson has made me the run here, and Kirk Wilson is free. He's been deadly from these positions before. Kirk Wilson turns, shoots off the goalkeeper and out for a corner. I'm really hoping that Kirk Wilson will pick up his goal scoring form this season, as Aubameyang's stats keep dropping, obviously, with the older he gets. So Tyler Wall to whip this in towards Conor Gallagher at the far post. Kirk Wilson is on the edge of the box here. Got this to Amadou, give it back to Kirk Wilson, trying to get it in towards the box, and it looks like Norwich will survive for now. 1 minute added on before half time, guys, and it's been a very back and forward first half. Norwich has certainly been in this game and had the limelight of possession, to be honest, but Amadou comes up with a good block there, and they will get time to bring the corner in. They have had, like I said, the majority of possession. We've had 1 or 2 chances at the other end, but certainly not as we were in the first game of the season against Crystal Palace. I expected better here, and we just need to try and see this out until half time. Should be able to get a block or a tackle in, but never mind. There goes the half time whistle. Into the second half we go then, guys, and a back and forward game. Norwich have certainly been in this game, and we just need to show our class here in the second half, use our players a little bit better, find our passes and finish some of our chances. Pass like trying to lead the ball out here. Conor Gallagher picks up the ball round the corner towards Tyler Wall. Let's try and get Patrick Roberts away down this far side. Patrick Roberts was somebody we did want to move on in the window, but we've had to keep hold of him just for squad numbers. In towards Conor Gallagher, in towards Fernandez, and surely must be the first goal of the game, and it certainly is. Fernandez finishes that beautifully in the bottom corner. Side-footed it, curled it right in the bottom corner, and finally we've broken the deadlock here in the second half and got ourselves in front. We'll have one more look at it, guys. Decent ball in from Amadou, round the corner from Conor Gallagher, and Fernandez makes no mistake putting that in the back of the net. It's 1-0. It's Fernandez again, sprinting down this far side, pass like on the overlap run. Here is Conor Gallagher on towards Amadou. We've really got our tails up now, and Amadou tried to get the ball in towards Patrick Roberts. It does get there eventually. Drop this in the middle towards Tyler Wall, looking for Fernandez out wide again. See if I can get this ball round the corner. He has with some fancy footwork. Tyler Wall's on the edge of the box here. See if he can get a shot away. He does. It's blocked out. I'll give this towards Amadou at the edge, looking for Patrick Roberts out wide. Here is Kirk Wilson in the middle. If he can get a shot away, he certainly can, and that is a belting save from the Norwich goalkeeper. Very, very good save. Kirk Wilson hit that with a lot of power, and it was floating in that top corner, and that is a really, really good save from the Norwich goalkeeper. Let's see if we can put this ball in the box and try for a second. It's Amadou that goes up for it. It's back to Tyler Wall, and it's come straight out towards Miranda. I'll try and get this over towards Conor Gallagher. If he can go for an effort, it has ricocheted back. The danger is still on here with Kolasinac on the far side. If I can sit it up in the middle, Conor Gallagher was flying in for it, and the pressure still hasn't gone here, and I think that might be out for a goal kick. It's Kolasinac down this near side, almost getting towards the end of the game now, guys, and it's been a possession-based game since conceding, but that's a loose ball in towards Patrick Roberts into Conor Gallagher. Get Fernandez down the line, and here goes Fernandez, plenty of space in front of him. I'll use Conor Gallagher into Amadou again, onto Tyler Wall. 2 minutes added on, guys. Here's Amadou again, try and get Kirk Wilson in. There's Conor Gallagher round the corner to Fernandez. This is well played into Kirk Wilson, and there is the second. I think that is the best set-up goal that we have scored in a long time. We kept hold of possession there, we kept hold of the ball, we found the right passes. Fernandez with a goal and an assist. He pulls it back for Kirk Wilson, and he makes no mistake in putting that in the bottom corner. That was a lovely little dink ball back by Fernandez, getting himself a goal and an assist in today's game. Kirk Wilson back on the score sheet, and we are looking a formidable force at the start of this season. That should be pretty much full time, and there it is, guys. 2-0 against Norwich. Back at the menu then, guys, and we make it 2 games out of 3, and I am really happy with that game. We struggled a little bit at the start. Norwich tried to put a little bit of pressure on, and then our class showed through in the second half, and we outplayed them really in the second half. So as things stand after 3 games, Hereford United are up into second. Obviously it's the first 3 games, we're not going to get too excited. Tottenham have actually won all 3 of their games. We have won 2, we've lost 1, we are up into second place. I am really happy with how things have gone at the start of this season. We are looking a lot more comfortable defensively. We've scored more goals already, as you can tell, scoring a lot more goals in dangerous positions. I'm really happy with how things are going. So I will leave transfer deadline day until next episode, guys. There's still the deal ongoing with Paslak, and thinking about swapping Tommy Doyle into that right back position, which I think is going to be a permanent deal, obviously, if Paslak moves away. I am a little bit sad to lose Paslak because he is a good player, but I think Tommy Doyle will do just as good a job in that right back position. We can get a tiny bit more money in and possibly make a deal happen on transfer deadline day, because we'd have just under 15 million. If we get another 5, maybe 6 million for Paslak, we might be able to have a look at bringing another player in. So thank you very much as always, guys. Drop me a big thumbs up on the episode, and we will continue with this in the next episode. Thank you very much, guys. It's been Danilaz1989. Love you, bye.